Morning, mighty historians. Mr. Holland here on what is a great or what is looking to be a great Wednesday. It is April 29th, which means it doesn't really mean anything to you, but tomorrow is payday. And you will love payday for about one day because the money will be in your account. And then everybody that you owe money to will take it all away. And then you have to wait weeks for the next payday. I guess that's life. Anyway, today is a great day over here at the Holland House. Um, I'm going to wear some selected ties. Last Monday, so 2 days ago, was my Abraham Lincoln tie. Yesterday, as you know, I was in my classroom for a brief few minutes. And today, I've got, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Dinosaur tie. Because when there are dinosaurs on the tie, why not? You just go for it. So today is going to be a pretty normal, just a pretty normal video because we did not do alumni yesterday, and we did not do today in history or now what is yesterday in history. So the past is the past is the past. Anyway, so let's start with, and I'm just going to throw a dice. Let's start with today in history. And there are some very unique things that happened today. So I'm going to start. Let me just move over to the right page. In 1429, Joan of Arc leads the French forces to victory over it should say the English at Orleans. One thing I did not know, and I'm not really good with dates. It's probably why I'm still single. But anyway, 1429. What else happened in the 1400s? 1492. Someone sailed the ocean blue. I did not realize how close they were in the century. So there you go. In 1624, Louis XIII appoints Cardinal Richelieu chief minister of the Royal Council of France. In 1661, the Chinese Ming Dynasty occupies Taiwan. Let's see, going through. Oh, this one. Here's an interesting one. I thought this was interesting. 1813, rubber is patented. Didn't know that. So you learn something new every day, or you learn like 5 things new every day. Couple days ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, we talked about the dictionary. But here in 1852, the first edition of Peter Roggett's Thesaurus is published. Thank you, Peter Roggett, for the Thesaurus. And let's see. Is that one interesting? I didn't skip that one. There was another one. In 1861, the Maryland House of Delegates votes against seceding from the Union. Let's see. Oh, here's another one that I missed when I was looking at this earlier. In 1913, Gideon Sundback of Hoboken patents the all-purpose zipper. Thank you, Mr. Sundback. We're all glad for the zipper. And let's see. Oh, 1927, construction of the Spirit of St. Louis is completed. If you don't know anything about the Spirit of St. Louis, go look up Charles Lindbergh, who was the first to fly solo across the Atlantic. In 1945, the Nazi concentration camp of Dachau is liberated by Allied troops. Also in 1945, the German army in Italy surrenders unconditionally to the Allies. In 1946, former Japanese leaders are indicted in Tokyo as war criminals. In 1975, the U.S. Embassy in Vietnam is evacuated as North Vietnamese forces fight their way into Saigon. Okay. Oh, and then this one. I almost forgot about this one. Ask your parents about this. Then, if they didn't live in LA, they probably won't have much experience with it. But in 1992, little 11-year-old Mr. Holland remembers not very fondly. It was horrible. But 4 Los Angeles police officers are acquitted of charges stemming from the beating of Rodney King. Rioting ensues, and if you can just imagine LA on lockdown, buildings, streets protests, riots, fires. Um, definitely worse than quarantine. Let me just tell you that. Um, and little Mr. Holland was not crazy about riots and not crazy about any of that, even though I didn't live in anywhere near downtown. But yeah, the LA riots started in 1992. Okay. So I'm going to read probably three or four, maybe five, because there are some great ones here of alumni quotes or alumni advice. Okay, so Kenny says long term happiness is almost never achieved through monetary gain or some sort of shallow material goal. Lifelong friends, a loving family slash kids, a sustaining career you can actually get out of bed over, and things of that nature will usually get you where you need to go. So, Kenny, that is such great wisdom there. And I love to see how you have matured over the years and to bring us such great wisdom there. So thank you, Kenny. Jonathan says experience and your will to continue to learn will take you farther than a brand name school. Amen. Enter the workforce eager and bring energy and joy to any team or company you may have the opportunity to join. It will pay off in the long run and take you to incredible heights. Another wonderful wisdom and advice. Thank you, Jonathan. Sarah says surround yourself with positive people, push yourself to achieve your goals so you won't look back and say, I regret not doing that. But also take a break and live life a little. Yes, you have, and thank you, Sarah, you have one life. Um, and if you spend all your life stuck in a cubicle, um, I don't know how good that is. Okay, so I'm gonna do two more. So Julia says it's okay if things don't go exactly the way we planned. Sometimes we have to change our idea of what our lives should look like in order to be happy. And I've often said, I think I've said this in class, do something you love and you'll never work a day in your life. And that idea of sometimes you need to adapt life to make it better. And so Julia brings out some great wisdom there. Okay, and then John Hawk. This is advice that is perhaps only relevant to people who pursue a traditional undergraduate degree. And John Hawk is smart. I mean, like Mr. Holland's here, and John Hawk is like 30,000 feet above. So smart, so wise. But he says, people who pursue a traditional undergraduate degree, but it seems there's been enough general life advice provided by others. So here's what he says. Take classes with professors slash teachers that are interesting, who are passionate about what they teach, and that you think would be compelling instructors. Prioritize that over a professor that you think would be an easy A. Did you hear that? Choose a good professor over that easy A. And I know how you're all thinking. He continues, I cannot emphasize enough how much of a life-changing difference a professor slash teacher who genuinely cares about what they're teaching you can make on your academic and professional career. And I'm going to be honest, John Cock was one of those students who, at least early on, was working for that GPA. And it's amazing the truth that he says there. So there we are for today, Wednesday, April 29th. We have just a couple weeks for at least AP World or AP Euro has a couple weeks until the AP exam. AP World has a few weeks, but we are quickly finishing up the semester. I've been working on a little project, a little surprise, but you're just going to have to wait. Yeah, because waiting is good. Okay. So you guys go have a great day. Enjoy. And I will see you bright and early tomorrow. See you later.